All right. I think I'm just going to start doing these every day. Well, every day that I work. To get back into streaming, basically. My mister is out of mist. Oh no. But yeah, I'm just going to start doing these every day that I'm working. Also, finally figured out what was wrong with my camera. The white balance was set to auto. So if I switch that, I'll just show you how bad it looks. So if you go into configure video and the white balance is checked auto, this happens. Actual skin color, auto. It's so bad. I was like, why do I look so green? So, hopefully y'all can actually see what I'm doing today because it'll look correct. Even with all the lights on. Actually, I am gonna lower the brightness a tiny bit, but these are gonna be more just so I know what like I'm doing, and it's not necessarily gonna be, oh, I want to have a bunch of people watch my makeup videos because I don't really do that anymore. I just want to like get back into streaming regularly, you know, and this is a thing that I can do every day, so that's what we're gonna do. And then obviously they're all saved on my Instagram, so I think I'll put them on YouTube too, just because like I got a lot of makeup videos on there, so why not? But I think today I'm going to try doing fun blush. I've been seeing a lot of posts about blush blindness lately, and I am here for it. So I'm gonna do that today, I think. We're starting with the e.l.f. Luminous Primer again. This is the putty one, which they made a brush for, actually, last year. They made a brush specifically for the putty blush, bronzer, and primer. That is a lot of similar syllables. Anyway, and I've never used it, so if any of you have, can you tell me if it's worth it? Because, like, honestly, I don't mind using my fingers. But I always like trying out new brushes, seeing if they work as good as they say, you know? And it's actually really cold today, so I think this is gonna look really dewy. It's still humid, but it's actually like cold. Like the whole last month was like 80 to 100 degrees every single day, and today it is 60 something, so. I love how I call that cold just because it's August, but like in December it's negative 60. Love living here. But yeah, I'm basically just gonna do my makeup on live until I get like really down with new settings, what I'm doing differently than last time, because obviously I haven't done this for like 2 years. And this is something I know how to do, and then I can just kind of get back into the practice of being online every day. Because that's kind of hard once you stop, honestly. You're kind of like, ew, gross people. I don't know if it's going to rain, and I got rained on at work yesterday. So we're doing waterproof today. Is this the waterproof one? No, it's this one. Maybe I did use this yesterday. This is the e.l.f. Lash Princess. I love it. It's like $6. It's $8 if you get the 2-pack. Wait, actually no, maybe it's $5, but it's $8 if you get the 2-pack. I get the black. It comes in brown too, which like a lot of mascaras come in black brown, but not literally brown, so I might have to try that out sometime. I really like brown eyeliner, like winged liner, but it only shows up on me in the winter, and I'm not even that dark. Like, this is about the darkest I get, honestly. So in the winter, I'm gonna try out the brown mascara and brown winged liner, but for now, We're going with the classic. And then if I have time after this, because I don't work for 3 hours. So I think once I'm done with my makeup, I'm going to do another hour run of trying to beat the conductor on Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, because I've beaten the game, so now I'm trying to 100% it. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to play Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. I know I'm always like, Stardew Saturday, but like, I've literally just been vibing with random indie games. So yesterday, I made a couple little reaction videos to some stuff from the Olympics that I thought was pretty cool. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I used to be in track and cross country in high school, so I really love track and field. So I was watching some recaps of Olympic pole vault. And then I also always loved basketball, but I'm too uncoordinated. Like, I would literally have to spend my whole life on practicing just to have been on, like, the C team of JV or something. So I love it, but I suck at it. So I was watching the recap of the Germany and Greece game. Because I don't have cable, so I'm just watching this crap on, recaps on YouTube channels. And I found out that because of how angry everyone got about the Last Supper, which that's not what it was a reference to ancient, I believe Greek, might be Roman, but ancient, not Christian imagery. But everyone in America, in the United States, got mad about it. Keep in mind, this country is supposed to be about freedom from government-mandated religion, and yet everything we have here is specifically Protestant, Christian, and usually evangelical Christian. Holidays, calendar, stuff on our propaganda. So anyways, they all got mad about it. And now, because of that, the Olympics committee is scared of losing money because obviously the USA is the most obsessed with sports. I mean, y'all see us riot over football. Not soccer. American football, which is basically rugby with little babies that can't handle taking a hit, like actual footballers getting cleats to the shins. I used to play soccer. Anyway, so again, in case you didn't know, I used to be a jock in high school. So everyone on the Olympics committee is freaking out, right? Thinking that they're gonna lose money because the Americans got their panties in a bunch over something that wasn't even about them, and started, like, canceling their flights to go see events and not watching it on cable networks and basically boycotting the Olympics, which, like, freedom of speech, good for you. However, you're so wrong. It would take 5 seconds to find out how wrong you are with the literal supercomputer in your pocket. Anyway, so because of that, which is completely different than every other year that basically YouTube has been a thing. So, like, almost, holy crap, almost 20 years. So I believe it started in 2006. Every single video that uses Olympic coverage footage is getting copyrighted, and it doesn't count as a strike to your channel. So this is key. It doesn't count as a strike to your channel, but the video is unplayable in all countries. Now, most of the time, a copyright strike when you're going into your YouTube studio. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in light peach, I guess. I don't know. usually when it shows up in red, it means it's going to count as a strike against your channel, which is bad when you're trying to get monetized. If it shows up in yellow, it just means like, oh, this was claimed, but it's playable, or oh, this isn't playable in this country, but it is in this country, so you're good. But if it's in red, it usually means they think you did something that violates copyright regulations, and the video will be taken down. You have to go through the appeal process, blah, 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 blah. So, these ones show up in red. They're unplayable in every country. The video is removed or set to private, whatever, automatically. But it doesn't count against your channel. So this means the Olympic Committee basically paid off YouTube and presumably other things, other services like Vimeo, to remove any videos from any channel at all that isn't explicitly sponsored by them, hired by them, or run by them, because they're losing money because a bunch of whiny rednecks got mad about the opening ceremony. This has never happened before in the history of YouTube and sports. Never. Not because normally all of that stuff falls under fair use. Any kind of sports commentary, any kind of reaction video that adds to it instead of just straight up reposting it, which mine did. Like, I like to make jokes, okay? So I posted it in Discord. If you're in my Discord server, you can see the videos. But the joke I made, so for example, the pole vaulter, Mondo Duplantis, Armand, but they call him Mondo, literally looks like blonde Timothy Chalamet. So I made a joke about Swedish Timothy Chalamet can fly. Like, that falls under fair use in any other situation. And if this was the 2020 Olympics, the 2016 Olympics, whatever, it would have been allowed for this video to go up. It was like a 5-minute video. It's not that big of a deal. And I sourced the original video that had the recap of his vault in the description. It's right there. This is where this video came from. It was like CBS Sports or something. So, because I'm not a news anchor, they're like, no, you can't do that. Because a bunch of whiny rednecks. And I would like to point out that a lot of them are the same kind of people who, because I live here, I know what we're dealing with. Where I live, actually, is one of the areas that complain the most about the Olympics hating on Christianity. These are usually the kind of people who think that liberals, atheists, and basically anyone they disagree with are snowflakes. And they got their panties so in a bunch about something that's referencing a 10,000-year-old, maybe it's 15,000-year-old Greek mythos that has zilch to do with Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That every single creator that was gonna make any kind of comment about the Olympics can't. Because supposed freedom of speech and freedom of religion crowd is so mad about something that's not even real, that it's costing this ancient sporting event literally millions of dollars, if not billions. Excuse me? Like, are we living in the same timeline as the people who think that, oh, you must be a snowflake if you dye your hair blue? These are the same people. I literally live in a red state, which if you're not from the United States, that means the state with the most whiny rednecks. I live in a place where people literally want to suck Trump's dick and... No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? They wouldn't because they're gay. They're homophobic. But, I live somewhere where, like, on a regular basis, people try to start arguments with me about why being trans is wrong. And they assume I'm trans. I'm not. I had a whole child. Science has not gotten that far. But yeah, these are the same type of people who will call you a snowflake for, like in 2020, they were like anti-maskers. And I'm sorry, Japan They've been wearing masks forever. Surgeons. Zika. Ebola. Masks are not a new thing. Like, I live somewhere where people got upset about this, and they are so entitled to think that the entire world should agree with their particular view of how a sporting event should be. I'm sorry, it's a sporting event. Like, yeah, the myth of the first marathon is really cool, and obviously there are modern pagans and polytheists that subscribe to the ancient Greek pantheon and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, none of those people are running around saying everyone has to worship Dionysus. None of those people are running around saying that if you don't respect Dionysus, that they're not going to show up to your sporting event and cost you and your country, your entire country, millions of dollars in valuable tourism for something that, yeah, there's problems with it, like, you know, human trafficking and stuff, but for the most part, it's supposed to be a wholesome coming together kind of competition. It's not supposed to be, I mean, it's already bad enough that we have athletes that have to point out that, hey, I'm here because I'm lucky that my house didn't get drone striked. Like, that's bad enough. That's already terrible, and it should not be happening. It should be a positive event. And then all the yeehaw, redneck, Alabama sister cousin brother fucker losers are getting so butthurt about the opening ceremony that I can't make a joke about Swedish Timothy Chalamet. Like, and I'm not a big creator. Like, what if somebody, like, I don't know, Critical or fucking, who else does that kind of commentary? Jordan, I forgot his last name, but the secret recipe book guy. What if they were gonna make a commentary about that and now they can't? Just because a bunch of losers that sadly live in the same place I do are mad about something that didn't happen. Literally did not happen. It was not about the Last Supper. Anyways. So I figured I would talk about that because, like, I'm basically doing the same makeup as yesterday. Y'all don't need to go into the details. We got the lashes next, you know. But it's like, there's so much stuff already going wrong in the entire world right now that has nothing to do with the Olympics. And yet it's the only place that it can be talked about because everyone's watching. And instead of taking the time to consider that, in a country that's supposedly all about freedom of speech and freedom of religion and freedom from religion, they're going to get pissy about the opening ceremony to the point where somebody who has an honest right to fair use commentary on these sporting events can't do that, but that they're aware of what they're doing, or it would have counted as a strike against my channel. Like, they know it's wrong, so they have to make up for it by not, like, demonetizing people or taking away their eligibility to be monetized. Because if it was, you know, if that was really what was, like, if we lived in a world where everyone was forced to be Christian and that making fun of Christianity in any perception by any government was illegal, it would have counted as a normal copyright strike. My channel probably would be not eligible for partnership, or monetization taken away, or crack down on my other videos. Because I've had copyright strikes on videos where I use my own music, or where I use music where I'm literally friends with the artist and they said it's okay. And they weren't on a record label. There's a lot of stuff that would have happened if it was a legitimate argument. So they know they're wrong. They're very aware they're wrong. But they're still doing it. That's concerning. Especially as an American. And I'm sorry, like, I don't know a whole lot about French politics, but I know they don't have a state religion. So for them to have to succumb to whiny USA Americans' whims is very concerning. very concerning. And it's not even like the government here is upset. The government here don't give a shit about religion as long as whatever group has the most money is the group that they're aligned with in public. Like, if all of a sudden everything switched and Wiccans had all the money and resources in the United States, the president would be putting fucking as above, so below on the dollar. As long as it gets them in charge. But, because it's all about money, and it's like, you know, people, big celebrities and shit, being like, oh my god, blasphemy. God, it's just embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing. To be in a place that claims to care about this stuff and then they just actively prove that they don't every single day. So if you're in my Discord server, you can see that video because my Discord server is not paid. I'm not making money off of it, so it's fine. And if they try to take it down from there too, I am literally gonna just wait until the end of the Olympics and post it again. Because they'll be over it by then. Maybe like a week or two after, they won't care anymore. But it's just very disturbing that even something that casual... I mean, not that it's casual. Holy shit, the amount of training and just sheer genetic luck you have to get into that level of competition. But as an onlooker, it's supposed to be casual. You know, you're rooting for your country, you're having a good time, and they're freaking out about something that literally is not that big of a deal. Yikes! It's giving Handmaid's Tale. And, like, hello? Again, the French, the United States, most of the large countries, actually, have no mandated religion. So even if it was about the Last Supper, who the fuck cares? Very weird. Also, all this stuff about, like, oh my god, this athlete must be trans because they're better than me. Like, bruh, you're literally in the Olympics. You should be happy. I wanted to try out in, 2014. Wanted to go to Olympic trials for 2016 in Rio. And I tore my meniscus. Sheer fucking luck. So I don't understand how you could be upset that you lost because you're literally in the Olympics. Like, holy shit. Most of us don't even make it to a regular pro team in our own country. This is a thing I never talk about a lot, so when I post this on YouTube, if it comes to a shock to any long-term subscribers, I had a serious interest in running the 800 meters in Rio in 2016, and I got injured. And that's all there is to it. And I never talk about it because I'm kind of embarrassed, to be honest. I think if I would have done more PT or just, you know, gotten over my fear and had surgery, it would have been possible. But I basically was very immature at the time and kind of took it as like, oh, it's a sign that I'm not supposed to. So, like, if I went to the Olympics in 2016 and I ran the 800 and I got beat by another woman, I would be like, GG. Because I'm in the Olympics. Like, how could you be upset about that? But I think I have a different perspective because I'm the person who usually gets called trans as an insult. And I'm not. I am just a simple bitch. So... But that one just boggles my mind. I know there's other bigger implications for society. I understand that. I feel for the kids that have to put up with this absolute insanity every day of not knowing if their existence is going to be illegal the next day and they're just trying to go to school. Obviously, as a woman of color who gets trans as an insult all the time, I find it, you know, stupid. But come on, man, you're in the Olympics. Like, be happy. Be happy. wish I would have tried harder. Maybe I could pull a Turkey. Maybe I can roll up like that dude from Turkey. And just, get into it that way. But yeah, no, I never talk about this, ever. I actually legitimately was going to do that. I don't know if I would have made it, but I was all my training was focused on improving my 800-meter time. I ran literally 5 minutes farther than the fastest person every single practice, or whatever, maybe 10. I ran with people who were better than me. I biked 20 plus miles a day on top of practice. I did core workouts. I did anything you can think of I was doing. I was on a very specific diet. I spent all my fucking time, and I'm lucky. I'm really good at memorizing stuff, so I could still pass my classes. But I spent all of my time basically exercising. And that was my goal. Is I'm going to run this event in the Olympics. And then I got injured and I gave up on myself. So, like, how could you be mad if you lost? Because most of us never even get the chance to attempt to go there. And I don't know, I might be too old now. Or even when I dropped out of college, due to some health issues, I was already too old to compete in college division, and I hadn't even graduated yet. You know what I'm saying? So some of us never get the chance to do this stuff, and you're out here bitching because you got punched in the face in a sport where you're expecting to get punched in the face. That's fucking insane, dude. Like, politics and safety aside, that's fucking retarded. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying that? Is that allowed? I'm autistic, so I get a pass to say that. No, but honestly, it's been very eye-opening seeing what people really care about the last 5 years, 6 years even, if you think about Me Too and stuff like that. It's been very interesting. Because I'm like, I'm sorry, we grew up with the same school, the same teachers, the same PSAs about anti-bullying and whatever. The same scam calls. We grew up with the exact same, like, if you don't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing. And somehow I seem to be the only person who actually does that that I've met where I live. It's better other places. I'm sure there's nice people everywhere, you know. But I have like 2 friends for a reason, you know what I'm saying? I'm picky. There'll be people coming up to me and they'll say something questionable and I'm like, okay, please go over there. Get that shit away from me. I just can't get over how asinine it is to be upset that you're in the Olympics. Oh, is my chat box on for... Oops, that daisy. That should not be on. Hide from vertical. That's much better. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. So, extremely long story short, I can't make commentary on stuff I'm interested in because other people in my backward state think that blasphemy is relevant in the year of not our Lord 2024. So, it just got me thinking. That's all. I really don't know what to do with my makeup today, honestly. Like, I know I'm gonna do the blush thing, but I feel like this is boring. But also I'm just going to work, so whatever. Yeah, I think we're just gonna stick with the boring. Also, to the guy that said no one cares, literally everyone cares. It's all anyone talks about right now is fucking trans people in the Olympics and the, oh my god, it's the Last Supper. So, I envy you living in a little bubble where no one cares. I'm so joking. I'm so fucking joking. I don't give a shit. I think the key here is just to remember that no matter what you believe, and no matter what God you pray to, if you pray to a God, just keep in mind that you're never going to be good enough to ever be in the Olympics. So shut up. Myself included. Like I said, even if I would have done what I was supposed to do instead of giving up, the odds of me making it past any kind of pre-trial were so slim. You gotta be the best of the best. And it's a part of myself that I regret not tapping into every day. But I also wouldn't be doing this. So I don't know. It all worked out, I think. I'm really not feeling the extreme contour on the nose today just because I know I'm going to be doing a bunch of blush, so it's going to get kind of muddy. But I used to do both, and I will say I do not think it looked very good. Like, looking back on some of the makeup I used to do, I'm just like, I don't think I have the face shape for that. Whoever let me out the house like that must have wanted me. They were preying on my downfall. Especially my eyebrows in like 2014. Whoever let me go outside like that really wanted to see me fail. But I got up again, so. It was they who failed. I wish this would stop getting brighter. That's the only problem I'm having right now. Where's my camera settings? Configure video. Did I really say that without moving my lips, or did you just not pick it up? That's better. So this weekend is going to be interesting because I want to do a Stardew Saturday. I haven't in a while, but I've never been kayaking. And one of my friends wants to teach me how. Also, he's ex-military, so his version of teaching me how is apparently to teach me how to flip it upside down and then get back in it so I don't die. It's like, safety first. I'm like, okay, yep, that works, sure. That's what I'm scared of anyway, so that's perfect. Find friends who understand your weird little fears of hypothetical situations you would never be in unless you put yourself there. Like the fact that I am autistic and ADHD with extreme RSD and I'm on the internet talking about shit people are mean about. That's called getting out of your comfort zone. And I'm scared of kayaking, so that's next on the list. Went on a jet ski for the first time last weekend. That was terrifying. I screamed the entire time, but I had fun. This is such bad lighting no matter what I do, man. I really need to work on that. It's not doing too great. But anyways, we got makeup. Get all makeuped up. Now I'm wondering if I should do super bright blush or just like subtle. Because these shades are pretty, you know, they're pretty, like obviously this one's kind of darker, but they're pretty neutral. And I have like a whole palette I haven't used. I was gonna just like, this is so sad. I bought this like holiday season and I was gonna do either a Christmas or Valentine's Day video with this. And it is now almost my birthday. So we're a bit late. But this one has a few more pinks in it. But I think we're gonna do this palette, and I'm literally gonna just use the red. I love this palette, it's so cute. This is the Zulu palette. It doesn't really look red on camera. This is red. It's not magenta, I promise. It's like red. It's solid. And then the top one is brown. But my camera settings are making everything look more pink right now. Yeah. We're gonna do that. This is the key. Very lightly. Very big brush. This is like a powder brush. This is not supposed to be for blush. And I'm just, you feel me? I know I said we're doing blush blindness on purpose, but I'm also not trying to look like I got sunburnt when it's literally cloudy and raining. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also, one of the comments I got on YouTube was do a sesh stream. I don't know if that's allowed, but if it is, that's what we're doing tomorrow. So, if y'all want to see me getting out of pocket, that's what we're doing tomorrow. I will be doing my makeup first. Be very Brandy TV style. Do my makeup, see if I can anyway. And then we're gonna probably, I don't know. I'm pretty bad at doing stuff when it's, you know. So I think it would be fun to play like Valorant or Fortnite or something as a sesh, because I'm already bad at it and then I'd be even worse and it would be funny. But that's what we're doing tomorrow because I don't have to work. Yeah, see, that's nice. I mean, I think it looks more pink on camera than in person. It's definitely red. But because we got this really big brush, it's not like hyper pigmented. It's just obvious. So, I think that is good. I guess I will do a little bit of cheek contour. I wasn't going to, but just so we match. Just so we match a bit. And then I'm going to use the same palette for that. By the way, again, I used most of this stuff yesterday, so it's pretty much the same. But this is the 9V palette from Morphe. I love it. She's beautiful. And again, like I did yesterday, you want to go really high up with the contour and then diffuse the shit out of it, because basically you're trying to make it look like a shadow instead of a line when you do this kind of makeup look. It's not so much about the contour, like, you know, aesthetic like 2018. It's more like the subtle kind of. So like over here, this is the actual shadow. You can see it very vaguely. And then over here with the contour, it's just more enhanced. Gotta blend that more in the corner there. It's more enhanced, but it's not like that sharp line. like how we did in 2016. Now, I know this is technically bronzing, but the reason I don't call it bronzer is because it's not fucking orange. But anyways, bronzing is just contour for lazy people, and it's very efficient. But most traditional bronzers are like very warm toned, and I'm not trying to look like that. I'm trying to look like a vampire, usually, so. Which I know. I put blush on. Blush is warm toned. Vampires don't have blood. What are you doing? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. You know what happened today? The most, I don't know if boomer is the right word, but the most technologically inept thing I've ever done. Which is, I did not know that I don't have one of those anymore. Oh no, I lost my Alchemist palette. Anyway, I did not know that iPhone alarms, like the in-app alarm, or the, not in-app, the native alarm that it comes with, will not ring through your headphones, no matter what settings you do. It will only ring through the speaker. And y'all know, I live really close to a literal train yard, so I have to sleep with noise-canceling earmuffs. So I sleep through my alarms, and I'm like, how come I'm sleeping through these? It should be blasting through my headphones, and because I'll have my headphones in underneath the earmuffs. And I found out today that it's because the iPhone clock doesn't do that. So I have to download another app for an alarm because I didn't know that. It was literally, I felt so dumb. I was like, I can't believe in all my entire life, and I've been using Apple products for 10 years, that I've never noticed that. Because, like, I'll have my alarm set to a metal song. Like, there's no way you could sleep through that. It's definitely a testament to the earmuffs, though. They are effective. You can still hear conversations through them if you're, like, paying attention, but they are cutting out everything that isn't human speech. It's got to be witchcraft. I'm impressed. Whoever designed them, whoever invented them, I tip my crown to you. But also fuck Apple for that design flaw. Okay, we're almost done. How exciting. And I have plenty of time to play some Turnip Boy. Oh my god. It's gonna be a great day. Okay, last thing is lips. Because right now I just have that ugly sunscreen chapstick on. Why does it have such a bad white cast? It's literally... Let me turn this down here. Oh, I just rubbed it off. Let me show you what it looks like right when you put it on. Because this is like my normal, you know. Look at that. Nothing. Sunscreen. It's literally white. It's literally white. Anyways. I love how, like 10 years ago, I would literally never use lip liner. And I was like, lip liner is stupid. Just put your lipstick on correctly. And now I love it. Because I love a good two-toned lip. Okay. Didn't know that could happen. I think I'm gonna use this one today. It's kind of more orange. This is from Ilamasqua. Is that how you pronounce it? This is from the limited Amy Winehouse collection they did a few years ago. I am keeping it purely for that reason. It's probably unsanitary, and I don't care. But it's more peachy. That one didn't have different shade options, so like a couple things I literally couldn't use because they didn't work for my skin tone. It's train time. But these, like peachy shades, they don't look good all the way around my lips, but they work really well for the center. And this one is really, really soft. I have something on my fucking... Let me get a tweezer. Sheesh. That wasn't cute. Anyways, this is a really good center shade for me because it gives that contrast, but it's not like making my skin look weird and gray. That's the only thing where I truly believe that skin tone matters. Like everything else I think is bullshit. Like people who think that you shouldn't wear jewel tones if you're a certain skin color, you shouldn't wear pastels if you're a certain skin color. I think that's bullshit. But with your lips, depending on the look you're going for, like I'm not going for natural, but I am going for like e-girl natural, you know what I'm saying? So depending on the look you're going for, you don't want your lips to wash out the rest of your face because it's the center focus. But everything else, I'm like, if you want to contour with black, go for it. If you want to wear pastels and you're blacker than the night sky, go for it. I personally fucking hate pastels, and I supposedly have the perfect skin tone to wear them. And I just don't. Unless it's like a neutral dusty rose, but I don't really do pastels. It's not my thing. I used to. It's not my thing. I'm gonna actually fix my hair in a minute here, but this is just the look. Just how we looking today. And again, I never do bottom mascara unless I'm doing a very specific kind of look because I think this works better. With this look, I don't even know how to word it. It just looks better, looks more cartoony. So, yeah. Focus. Hello. Thank you. Anyway, this is a finished look. I'm gonna fix my hair, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do an hour. So I got a little bit more than 2 hours before I work. So we're gonna do an hour of trying to beat the conductor on Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. I'm trying to 100% the game. I am so close. I gotta beat the conductor, and I think there's 2 other hats I don't have. I can't remember the other thing. There's a third thing I need to do, but I can't remember what it is. So I'm almost done. But yeah, this is my makeup. I think she's cute. Is she giving trans? Is she giving transgender? I think she's giving old Hollywood. How your finger waves? And it's like, thanks. It's because I tied my hair in a bun and left it there for 2 hours.